Albania wants to use artificial intelligence to run its government, like AI ministers, maybe even an AI prime minister. They are betting this tech can stamp out corruption, increase transparency, and fast-track their way into the European Union. If this works, it could change how governments operate everywhere. It sounds impossible until you remember Albania has already reinvented itself before, transforming from a closed communist dictatorship into a NATO member and a candidate for the EU. Is Albania's AI government dream just a headline grabber? Or could it actually fight corruption and become a model for the world? Is it really possible? And is it a good idea? Let's break it down. Albania, a small Balkan country once fully isolated, now is saying it will beat Sweden to going cashless, rival Croatia and Greece as a tourism hub, and become entirely powered by renewable energy and even export it. At the same time, it wants to double foreign visitors and elect its first female prime minister. But the boldest piece of this future, handing real decision-making power to artificial intelligence, possibly even letting AI run a ministry. Albanian Prime Minister Edi Rama believes artificial intelligence can transform his country, increase transparency, and help secure EU membership by 2030. The logic comes down to one word: corruption. Albania has made progress since the 1990s, but its reputation still lags. Bribery, favoritism, and red tape remain stubborn problems. Unlike humans, AI doesn't hire cousins, take envelopes under the table, or owe political favors. That's why Edi Rama has called AI the most efficient member of government. And it's already being used to monitor public procurement, flag suspicious contracts, and scan the EU's massive 280,000-page rulebook for membership. The country's territory is also being monitored by smart drones and satellite systems, which use AI to check for illegalities on construction sites and public beaches, and for cannabis plantations in more rural areas. Let's run a thought experiment. Imagine Albania creates an AI Ministry of Permits. Here's how it could work. You upload your application online, maybe you want to open a small cafe. The AI checks if your papers follow the law. You get an answer fast, yes or no, with a short explanation. Every decision is saved, time-stamped, and open for review. Pretty cool, right? No 18 months, no paying bribes, just clear and fast answers. This could save time and rebuild trust in government. But there is a big problem. Who writes the rules? Who trains the AI? If the data is biased, or if someone secretly tweaks the algorithm, you haven't ended corruption. You have just moved it from the office desk into the code. So yes, AI could make things faster and cleaner, but without checks, it could also make government a black box. Sebastian Zonja is an Albanian journalist and he is joining me on this interesting topic. Do you see this AI push as a genuine solution to corruption or more of a political distraction?
Thank you very much for having the pleasure of being on your show. In my opinion, we can use technology to fight corruption. We can use technology to make much more corruption. So technology can be used both sides. If we have responsible humans, if we have responsible government officials, we can use technology for more transparency.
Is there a risk that AI could actually centralize more power in the hands of the Prime Minister?
The AI can do in the wrong hands, yes, it can centralize more power, and due to the fact that we can have much more applications who can move faster into the data, and putting that in the wrong hands, surely it can centralize much more power. That's why we need somehow more organizations, and we need more journalism, and we need more investigations on these issues. As I said before, surveillance capitalism is something that is happening, and is something that when A corporation, some corporations, government officials, some government officials gain all the power and centralize them on their hands.
And the risks, they are not just about Albania, they are global. Think about it. Instead of bribing a clerk, big players could just pressure the people who designed the AI. That's called algorithmic capture. If an algorithm rejects your building permit, who do you complain to? The software company? The code? Governments love to promise that the digital systems will fix corruption. And yes, places like Estonia or Singapore have reduced it, but let's be real, it hasn't disappeared. And here's the big one: legitimacy. Ministers are elected, algorithms aren't. What happened to democracy if people can't vote out a machine? And this isn't just about Albanian debate. The same questions are being asked right now in Brussels, Washington, and Beijing as governments test out AI in law, justice, and public services. Here is what makes Albania interesting. It's small enough to test big ideas quickly. It's motivated by EU membership, which means meeting EU's tough standards on transparency and AI regulation. And it already has momentum: stronger anti-corruption bodies, expanding digital government, and major renewable energy projects. Compare this with Estonia, which pioneering digital government, Singapore, which uses AI for urban planning, or China, where AI is applied to governance but with far less transparency. Albania could carve out its own path: democratic, European, and experimental. If it succeeds, it could be the world's first true test case for AI in government. If it fails, it risks becoming a cautionary tale of techno-solutionism gone too far. So where does that leave us? Edirama's 2030 vision is bold: EU membership, renewable exports, cashless society, cultural recognition, and tourism boom. But the headline grabber is AI leadership. Is it possible? Yes. Is it safe? Only with radical transparency, oversight, and human accountability. Albania should treat AI ministers as pilots, not replacements. If AI can deliver decisions that are faster, fairer, and more transparent, other nations, from the Balkans to Brussels to beyond, will take notice. If not, it's just a flashy press conference. So the real question is, would you trust an AI minister to decide your future? And if not, what would it take to change your mind? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.